北海公园 Vocabulary List 2 Success Criteria. After you watch this video, you can recognize the character words. You can use the character words to make sentences. Remember, you need to take down the notes, follow me with the pronunciation. Watch it again if you need, and make sure you practice on Education Perfect. Let's get started. 带 here means to bring something. For example, 你可以带我去你的学校看看吗？ Can you bring me to your school to have a look? 你可以带我 or take. Can you take me to your school to have a look? So here, 带 is a verb, but originally, 带 was a belt, like a belt tied from one end to the other. That was the original meaning of 带. You see this, the top is like belt, but they have some poles here. So this is they call jade belt bridge, which you can see a lot of bridges like that in Chinese parks. So underneath, this is towel. And so with the development of the words, but still nowadays, 带 also has the meaning of belt or tie. But also they have developed into a verb. Here, 带 means bring or take. 怕 means is scared of something or is afraid of something. For example, 我怕狗 I am scared of dog. 他不怕狗 He is not scared of dogs. Okay, now let's have a look at the character 怕. On the left-hand side, we call this is a heart component. So when you see this, it's indicating a heart. So on the right, it's white. So it's like a candle. So candle can give light to people and in people's mind, maybe the light indicating white. So your heart it should be red, but turn into white. That because you are scared of something, scared. So that's 怕. 美 means beautiful. The full word for 美 is 美丽. So we can use this word to describe a girl, 她很美, or a place. For example, 你的城市很美. Let's look at the character 美. On top of the character, it's like you see these two strokes. It's like the feathers on people's head. So back in the old days, I think people regarded this as something really beautiful because we could see from different nationalities. So this is from Chinese Beijing Opera. Probably this is the general. So he used this as a decoration on his head. And this is the Maori chief and this Indian chief. They all have feathers on their head. So this is, you can understand as the feather of his head. So underneath is king, Wang, and underneath is Da, big. So the big king has the feathers on his head. So that's beautiful. And some people believe they don't understand that way, and they look like the top of the character looks like yang, like a goat. You see these are the two horns of the goat, and this is like the face of the goat, and underneath is da, is a big. So no matter which way, as long as you can remember this character, it means beautiful, 美, and it's used in a lot of Chinese girls' name. 龙, so that's Chinese dragon because Western dragons look different. So the character 龙, that's original character for 龙, and people thought you can see the tail and the scale and the shape of a dragon, but this is traditional character for dragon. Sorry. But this is the simplified character. 花 means flowers or flower of flowers. 比如说，公园里有许多美丽的花。So 公园里 in the park 有许多 there are lots of beautiful flowers 有许多美丽的花 So the character 花 on the top is grass component and underneath is 画 we have learned that 文化 remember that's culture so 画 means change the grass change into beautiful flowers 王府井 王府井 is not on Ncea list and this is a very famous, probably the most famous street in Beijing, which is not too far from the Forbidden City. We can say 王府井在北京是一个很有名的地方。So 王府井 in Beijing is a very famous place. So let's have a little bit history of 王府井. So Wang in Chinese it means king, but China, you know, we had emperors in the past. So Wang, they are not the emperors, so they are probably the emperor's sons or emperor's brothers. So we can say Wang in Chinese, probably it means a prince. And so Fu means the dwelling or house. So the prince's house, and Jing means well. So Wang, it's like an X, but there is a handle. Probably the handle should go straight, so more looks like king. So king has got more power. And Jing, so this is Chinese well. So and I put maybe the wood to make it as a square. So and originally, Wang Fujing had a well, and so in Beijing there were lots of wells around the city, but the quality of water weren't that good. But the well in in Wang Fujing, it tastes sweet and nice. That's probably why a lot of princes built the houses along the street, and it has good feng shui. Wang Fujing, but it was a residential area for the emperor's brothers or emperor's sons, but nowadays it's the most famous commercial street in Beijing. 买 to buy 比如说我喜欢买东西你喜欢买东西吗 I like 买东西 stuff I like shopping do you like shopping so the character 买 the top you can see this as a net underneath you can see this as a shell a shell. So that's old. Back in the old days, people use shells as money. So when you buy, so you use the shell as money and use the net to wrap up the stuff you buy. 东西 stuff can be anything. It's like a bird. So 东 it's like it means east. So you can see this looking like an Eastern style of building. So it's a bit like the vehicles. And she is like a bird. It's bird on the nest, perching on the in the tree. So that's west. So 东 and 西. How come Dong and Xi become the stuff? Because in Tang Dynasty, government only allowed people to trade in the Eastern market and the Western market. So later on, they developed it into stuff, everything underneath the sky. 复习 revision， 这是什么？这是带。我可以带你们去学校看一看。怕 scared， 我很怕狗 I'm scared of dogs。 他很怕冷 So 怕冷 it means scared of being cold. That means can't put up with cold. 美，这个城市很美 or 它很美。龙 dragon， 李小龙 that's Bruce Lee。 成龙 that's Jackie Chan。 这是什么？这是花。公园里有很多美丽的花。So there are lots of beautiful flowers in the park. 王府井。王府井是北京很有名的地方。这是什么？这是买。王府井是一个买东西的好地方。这是什么？这是东西。买东西。吃东西。